Hey, I'm Jazz.
And I'm Britt.
NYCWAO, let's talk about
Power.
Raising Kanan. I'm going to beat
Power.
her up, y'all.
Book 3.
Swear
Raising
to God.
Kanan.
Anyway, status report, turn up. It was dope. This was another good one. It was good, just like episode 4, in my opinion. Turn up worthy character. I'm going to first talk about the intro music and the music at the end. I thought both songs were perfect choices. Slow down. Slow down. What I am, man. What you are is a stunt man. You on the hunt. And your plan is to take what you can from your man and scram. That was that joint. Y'all know, I was like, ah! You know what I'm saying? But that was dope in the last song at the end. Whatchamacallit, you could get with this or you could get with that. The music is stupid. The music was perfect. And it fit exactly what was going on. Slow down being played. Why? Because of Kanan. Kanan needs to slow down. We all know the end of his story. He chooses not to. And then what they do in the middle of the show, when we're seeing Rock teaching him how to make crack cocaine whipping in the kitchen, the song plays a part. You know what I'm saying?
In the kitchen,
he was
with the soda water whipping.
He was doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it was ridiculous. But it was also that was a powerful scene when you really think about it. And then the end where you could get with this or you could get with that. That played into Scrappy. So turn up worthy character is
the minister of music.
Yes, the song choices. Okay, the minister of music was on point. Turn up where the actual character, we gonna give it up to Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
Hey, the Rock.
All right, Rock was turn up, and she also was most valuable character. Yes. We got to give it to her. Why? Because she made moves. This episode, she made sure that them apartments was.
We saw her doing this.
Yeah, it was a lot of. She was in Marvin's ear, like, you know what I'm saying? And Marvin, like,
all right.
But he hating though on the low. Let's you know what I'm saying. We're gonna get into that about Marvin and the hate he brings.
Yes.
Bossed up moment was Rock when she was explaining her plans for the apartments.
Definitely.
I was like,
she said we on the top of the mountain.
And he looked out the window and it was like, he said top of the mountain, huh? But the thing is, because it's like,
you in the PJs.
But what part of, but you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it don't matter. You got to see it for what it is. It's just like the Bible. The God says, speak things as if they are that are not. You know, even though they are not. Speak them as if they are. That's what she's doing. Yeah. You know, I know y'all probably like, is she implementing the word into this? Yes, indeed we are. Because God is everywhere. Even in the projects. Even in the trap house.
Okay.
No, but for real. That was dope. And when she explained like what they would be able to do, we gonna have like a little hole, whatever, so they could send their drugs downstairs just in case the cops come. And not only that, she's able to see everything that's going on. Kind of took me into the mindset of Sugar Hill. Remember when Romeo was standing on top of the building and he's looking all over of his territory, like this is my block, this is my hood. You know what I'm saying? Because she's saying I could look down, I could see what's going on. She's placing herself as top dog.
Yes.
Basically. You understand what I'm saying? So I thought that was a bossed up moment. It was and it also showed the dynamic and who got it.
Brains?
Because Marvin is the muscle. When he is in his lane where he's supposed to be and taking orders like he's supposed to, she know how to reel him in, but he hates it. And that happens a lot in relationships with men and women. The dynamic of you feeling away because this woman is what kind of shifts you. And it helps you though. You need her, but you mad because you need her. That's Marvin. Marvin hating. Marvin mad.
And it really be your own, man.
It be your own people. He mad because Sis is the brains and Sis know which way to go.
But he knew this already. It's already been the setup.
It's just like Jazz. You know what I'm saying? Jazz got the answers. Rock got the answers with them. And when you got someone and that's what cracks me up with people. Family do it all the time and people do it. When they know you got the answers, but they mad because you got the answers. Mad because you got the solution. She been trying to tell him. And you notice they keep pointing out that he effed up before.
Yeah.
That he was in charge before. Failed. You know what I'm saying? She pointed it out before, and now we got Lou doing the same thing in this episode. Big time. Ha moment is about Lou. He up here turning into Eddie Kane, baby Eddie Kane Jr. daddy. Y'all remember Eddie Kane?
Because I ain't shit.
And you ain't never gonna be shit.
Damn.
He hit Marvin with that. Now, under different circumstances, I would have felt bad for Marvin. And it would be Lou who would be getting turned down or creep Ambassador Award. But hell no. Marvin deserves all of that because he ain't shit, y'all.
And he ain't never gonna be shit. We can already, I know that. We can see
already
that.
a grown-ass man. It's a wrap.
I mean, it's never too late to change. Hold on, Rock said, it's lonely at the top.
That's what she is. We at the top of her mountain. She flashed. Oh my God. That is exactly what's going on. She up there at the top of the mountain. But nah, that was a funny moment when he was like, you ain't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. The other funny moment was when Marvin was like, you on your sister's titty. And then Lou was like, if I'm on the left, you on the right, baby. Because yo, and the thing is, the difference between Marvin and Lou ain't bothered by the fact that his sister has to guide him.
Yeah.
Or his sister's in charge. First of all, it's your sister. So what you mad for, homie? How you feeling the way? It's weird.
It's your job. Are you going to be mad if you work at, I don't know, wherever? If you work at McDonald's, you going to be like, nah, looking at the manager like...
But that's the real trash thing about it all. Because that's like, that's how it goes in real life. You got family members that got an issue with you because you got the answers. You're the one that has the solutions. You're in charge. Mm-hmm. But if they got a job they got to go to, they're going to take them orders. Yeah. They're going to listen. And let's not talk about the fact that she's a black woman.
I was just about to say, and might I just insert patriarchy, okay? Patriarchy. Because
that
if Lou was in
black
charge,
man,
if Lou was in charge, he would have an issue because he's the younger brother, but he would still be like,
First, let's just talk about the fact that if you go to that prison, you was listening to them white people, or even that, forget that, them COs, no matter what the race they are.
Long.
You following orders, my G. So what is you doing here? This is your sister. She love you. She got you. Y'all blood. You got an issue because she in charge. Because even if she was the oldest, he would still have an issue because she a woman.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
she a black woman. He is.
Marvin is the oldest. Okay, yeah, my bad.
He is. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially, I'm going to be honest with you, especially because he laid up under a white woman, I got a real issue. Ooh. The fact that you got issues with your sister and you up here giving her all this hell and giving her all this pressure. And that's how it be, though. You know what I'm saying? And not with all our black, and not with all our black men, because you know I love and respect my brothers who's all about, you know what I'm saying? That's whether you date out of your race or not. But pay homage. Don't be playing games. Like what kind of BS is that?
Listen.
How, Sway?
Trash. That's what it is.
You on your knees for that white woman in that bed.
Well, nah, he's not even cuddling with her.
He's still in between her legs. Or maybe, who knows?
No,
that's from what I
didn't see that.
I be hearing that. There's some dudes that don't be doing that. And I be like, what you mean? How you was in a whole relationship. Wow. You don't kiss. I didn't know that. That's how you know, I'm a good girl. I don't know about that sort of stuff. What you mean he don't kiss you?
That's weird.
You know, and you got babies. And he went, oh!
Listen.
Iconic. Like, what is this? Best scene. Rock at the table with the 2-finger ring, looking at Kanan like...
She said, oh, because you like that, right?
Yo, come on, y'all. That, I couldn't... I feel her pain. One, because... My son is 12 years old, and I'm like, I understand.
She said, like, you want to help and be helpful with me when I ask you to take out the garbage?
Exactly. And it's the lies for me. If you remember on one of the other reviews, I said that to y'all. My son be doing that too, and he's breaking my heart. He's getting a little better. You know what I'm saying?
I just had to talk to him about lying just now. I was like, I'm looking you dead in both of your eyes right now, Nicholas.
And he be cold.
I said, stop. You talking about? And now he got a little water coming up over here. I'm telling the truth. You're lying.
You know, the thing is, if he was as good at lying as I was and still am, I probably would respect it. I can't respect it because you're so bad at it.
I told him, I said, you can't play a play. You can't hustle a hustler. You definitely can't out-pimp a pimp, nigga. I started this deny-ish. I see when you denying. You're lying.
Brittany's bad at lying. Well, at least to me. I used to just be looking at her like...
Yeah, but to everyone else.
But because she's small, and she my sister and I love her dearly, I didn't beat her up. But that's what I wanted to do, put these paws on her. But anyway, and that's what my son, I'll be like, yo, every time, I'll be like, come on. And he has the audacity to call me Rock, guy.
Well, but she said, shut the fuck up.
No, see, and that ain't right, because I don't believe in cursing at children and talking to children crazy. My sister can tell you, lived a whole life never cursing in my house when my late husband was alive. This young man has pulled out.
He's trying to just show you a new,
he done pulled out
new part of yourself.
All of Harlem and the Bronx in me, and I be like, yo, is you crazy? Like, cause it don't make no sense. So I feel for Rock. You feel me? Cause she's sitting there looking at Kanan like,
oh,
cause you really just lying to me.
I really
and you really think you doing something. You're doing nothing. You don't have the answers.
And he's still a baby. But he's still such a baby.
With the chubby cheeks.
But you said that nothing was ever going to happen to you. Bro, your mother's a drug dealer. What are you talking about? But you said nothing will ever happen to you, Mama.
Okay, so which one you want? Which one you want? You want to be the kingpin, or you want to be on my titty like Uncle Marvin and Uncle Lou? Poor Rock, man. She need me on her team.
She gotta have a strong bra, bro.
Gotta get her a nursing bra and everything so she can pull the joint out for these fools. Kanan effing up big time. It don't make no sense. Best line, monologue, or dialogue. Rock, when she said, I told you to stay away from that stash house. I couldn't have been clearer. I said you were done. I love the way she talks. You
want ice.
I love her verbiage. I couldn't have been clearer. You understand? Because the thing is, you playing with me. Because I know exactly what she's feeling. You have to understand, that type of a woman, a type of a black woman. When we say what we say, we mean it. And we don't expect you to go against what we said. And I expect what I said to be done. And so when it's not done and you're standing in front of my face and you're not at my feet groveling saying, I'm sorry, that tells me that you're still trying to play me. You still trying to play me, and you still think that you're gonna get over it, and you still think that my heart pump Kool-Aid. What's going on here? Trying to get over. I can't take it. And I'm gonna tell you something. Every time with my son, I be like, because when is the pot? Because when I be like, you ain't got nothing to say to me. That's the first thing I ask him. You ain't got nothing to say to me.
He blank face.
And I can't.
It's a cute little model face though. He'd be like.
Yes, he's a very handsome young man. My baby's handsome. But I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Pissing me off. Other great line where she said, too much heart, talking about Kanan. She said he got too much heart and too much trust in his dumbass uncle. And she's absolutely right. And that's the sad part with Kanan. Because he's so determined that he doesn't recognize his mother's trying to protect him, one. Yeah. Two, she's trying to establish something for him so that he does not have to do what she had to do.
Exactly.
And his father and his uncles. Like, this isn't supposed to be for you. Because the mindset of most drug dealers, at least from that era, the ones that I know of that were older than us, and like, the goal is so that the kids don't have to. Because what am I doing this for if you're going to be doing the same thing I'm doing? That just doesn't make any sense.
So that I could have just got a regular job.
We're not playing chess to keep playing the same game. You understand? Eventually, when you learn chess, you get a better chessboard, right? Better pieces. You're not going to be on the same goddamn chessboard that you started out with. That don't make sense.
I'm sorry. I do want to switch gears real quick and talk about how you failed me because I don't know how to play chess or checkers.
That's wild. I did try to teach you. You wasn't interested.
Oh, that makes sense.
This is when you were young, though.
No, that makes sense.
You played checkers with me a few times. You probably just don't remember. Chess, you wasn't trying to really. You was like.
I'll look at the pieces. Like, oh, that's nice. That's pretty.
But I'm trying to remember. I probably didn't push it as hard as I should have. But we can learn now. Ain't never too late. Well, you can learn now. Excuse me.
Old dogs need I ain't learning that. I ain't learn how to ride no bike. I'm good.
But the other great line was Symphony. The attention to detail says a lot about you, Kanan. Nothing gets past you. And remember, he said it's going to help him in life. I like what's happening with Symphony and the role he plays in the show. The other thing I was going to say that Symphony said that was a good line. Learning don't take weekends off, brother. And that's a fact of life. Like, with this episode, there were a lot of keys dropped this episode that I appreciated. I liked it a lot. I mean, because that's the truth. And that's what some people, fail to realize. I always tell my kids the reason why I'm able to have, I'm able to converse about many subjects, any subject, is because I'm well read. The more you read, the more you know. And even if it's fiction, if you're reading a book of fiction and it's based in historical, any time, and it's a timepiece, you're still going to learn about that time.
Yeah.
So,
and even if it's not a historical thing, you get to learn where people's minds are at.
Exactly.
It's a social education type of a thing.
So, for you people out there, read. Even when you're an adult, read. Because you never stop learning. Weekends, don't, you know what I'm saying?
But if you don't read, you could just read what we be posting on Twitter.
Learning don't take weekends off, brother. Exactly. Kanan, we don't talk about police. When he said that to his possible daddy, okay, that was an interesting thing that he said, because why would we talk about police? Lou, money is money. When they was in the studio,
said,
that was
exactly.
a good line.
I love that part. He said, "Time is money." No,
money is money. Money is money. That's it.
He got a point.
He do got a point.
That's
money is money.
Say.
Time is time. Now, because the thing is, you can waste time, and you can say, I wasted time, so I wasted money, because with this time I could have been making money. But at the bottom line, this is still just time.
At the end of the day,
it's time.
When the post-apocalyptic times, when the zombies come out, money is money. Cash in your hand.
For real. And in Kanan, when she burns shit down, she burns it all down. And I said, hell yeah. Because it's, okay? I really love Rock. Because I'll be like, I love when he said that. When she burned shit down, she burned it all down. Because that's how I'll be in this house. Like, my kids get like, oh, you slamming the door? I'm taking the door. Remember we had, I take the door, it's downstairs.
That was hilarious.
I'm taking it. Don't play with me. My son right now, he don't have a TV in his room. I took it. What? Unplug that TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And put it downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, burn it down. Rock, you don't cook where you sleep. I was like, that's right. And I was really appreciative. She made sure he had his mask on. Yeah. They didn't have their gloves on, because you're not supposed to be touching things.
Yeah, but they also wasn't social distancing. But
get out my face.
But he had his mask on.
Yeah, I mean, that was crazy. But she right. You don't cook where you sleep. You don't cook where you sleep. That's why there's a trap house. That's why there's a stash house.
Like, come on.
Basically, you don't ish where you sleep, where you work, where you eat. You don't do that. Don't cook where you sleep.
She was right when she was like, she a horrible mother, because it's like, you doing a bad job. You doing a bad job.
I mean, I felt for her, because she was like, I've done a lot of wrong things. But it's the thing is, she is between a pimp and a heart place.
Because he's going to do what he want to do regardless.
And that's what she's understanding. And she recognizes the mistakes she's made. So now she has no choice.
And that's all her. That ain't even his father. That's her. That's her in him, I'm saying.
Hold on. But not even just that. Let's talk about the fact that women sometimes in that situation love to blame the fathers that are in prison. Baby girl, you the active parent. Whoever the active parent is, whatever happens with that kid, it's on you. So I appreciate the fact that she's not up here. If you really pay attention to Rock don't be like, I ain't got no help. Rock ain't doing all that complaining stuff. You know what I mean? My mother was like that. My mother ain't never talk ish about none of our fathers. You know what I'm saying? She just was like, listen, we doing what we got to do. We never heard negative words about our fathers. And that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If you're a parent, and vice versa. Truth is spoken, but not dogging. You know what I'm saying? If, because we know who ain't shit and who is.
Exactly.
You know.
It's clear.
And if we asked her a question, she told us the truth. So telling us the truth is not dogging the father or the parent. But she wasn't walking around, your father, that, that. And Rock ain't doing that. Like, if you really peep the game, like what she's doing, she was like, I've made some mistakes. I should have did this. And she's holding what she chose to do just now. Owning it.
Message.
I'm about to teach you how to do whatever. She's the active parent.
Exactly.
And when he speaks to her, notice, he'd be like, if you didn't want this around, why you keep me here? You. Not, my father who's dead, my father who's dead, my father. We gonna have to step away from that all the time. Cause it's effed up if motherfucker was in the streets and he in jail or he got killed, whatever.
Yeah.
But who's doing the job of raising?
Moral of the story, don't download your emotional tribulations into your children, because they will deal with them as adults and throughout their whole life.
Moral of the story is a real man and a real woman own up when they ever own your shit. Our moment, Kanan had sympathy to call. I thought that was pretty dope. That he was able to call on him, and when Sympathy gave him his card, whatever case please. And Kanan, kind of, you could tell they had a moment of like, he was like, you alright, you cool,
you really
whatever.
like my mother, huh?
Yeah, but he really doing that that lip thing a lot. You know what I'm saying? That boy was practicing. The other odd moment was Jukebox and Laverne. Jukebox and Laverne. Jukebox is Laverne. What is her shorty's name?
Damn, I don't know, Elizabeth.
But Jukebox situation when she was at Shorty's house.
That was just so
I was
sad.
like, oh.
Damn.
You know, listen, whether you are in full agreement with the LGBTQ lifestyle or not, whether you wave a flag or not, whether you're for it, anybody can say that was a very sad moment. Yeah. But I appreciate what Power is doing as far as displaying and having a character who is of that community. Yeah. It's not being done in a insert gay character here. Yeah. It's not like that.
It's not being done in a minstrel way.
Yeah,
it's not,
which has been done to Black people and Latinos many times. It's not being done, and this character has a background. We're seeing there's meat to the story.
Yeah,
and it's not just ho shit either.
Exactly.
It's really, you're showing feelings. We're seeing the steps.
They're building a relationship.
But not just that. I'm talking about Jukebox alone. We're seeing the steps that she's going through, the feelings that she's experienced. So that's what I'm saying. Whether you agree with it or not, whether it goes, I'm a big believer in we don't have to agree with each other's lifestyles or belief system to agree that we all have a right to our lifestyles and belief systems. You understand? And we don't have to bully each other because we don't agree. We don't have to get mad because this one don't agree or I don't feel this way. Do you? But I really, really respect how they're doing it. I think that out of all shows that try to display this and have, they've done the best, in my opinion. And
I give them kudos because they're doing it with the teenagers of the show.
It's done well. It's not...
Everything is,
It's not cringy. No. It's not like, okay... It's
not like this came out of nowhere.
It's well done. It's a true character. Because the thing is, when you have... There's art, and then there's inserting politics in your art, right? And if you starting out with, I want to insert politics in the art, you lose the art. Mm-hmm. This is art, and they happen to also insert politics, along with the gentrification, the systemic racism, the LGBTQ issues, race. And there's a lot of stuff going on, the patriarchy issues. There's a lot of stuff they're inserting, and the way they're doing it well. But the way they handled that, I thought was well done personally. Mm-hmm. I really like Jukebox. Like, she's one of my favorite characters next to Rock. Like, I like Jukebox. I like her story. I like it more so. I think for me, it's just her being a girl and her growing up in New York City and being a girl growing up in New York City with a male dominant type situation, but she still also has a very strong dominant woman in her life. That was how it was for me growing up. And then she got talent and she's just trying. She's trying to get over. Exactly. She's just trying. You know what I'm saying? But she also happens to be, not struggling with her sexuality. She's just trying to work it out.
Figure out,
she's trying to work it out, which is the same thing that any girl goes through, whether you're homosexual or heterosexual. Like, that is truly and that's what I like about the character. It is she's well done.
Yeah.
And for the writers, for what's her name? Courtney? What's her
Courtney
name?
something.
Yeah, and 50 Cent, for them to not be LGBTQ themselves, I thought they wrote it well. I'm really happy about that. So I just wanted to say that. Anyway, round of applause to the way they are giving history of the city, speaking on systemic racism, gentrification. So that ties into what I just said about Jukebox. They're doing a good job. When Symphony was talking about why they built the bridges, what they were there for, you know what I'm saying? To keep these white people. But let's not just talk about white people, because I think a lot of people get lost in race. It's in that I'm never one to say race. Please never think that, because I'm all about that. When you got that glow, you feel the glow. Okay. But this is classism they talking about, and that's something that sometimes we miss in the talks of race, because so much. You know what I mean? People be coming crazy when it comes to the race stuff, but sometimes it's not just a race thing, or it's not a race thing. It's a class thing. We're talking about people with money. Yeah. Okay? And not just that, upper middle class. They trying to make sure that they don't have to deal with the slums. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And it's just interesting, how he really explained that. And then we seeing the model of the bridge. that was really good, and I really appreciate.
That was the first time I wasn't bored when he was talking. Honestly, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought the symphony shined this episode.
Do I trust him though?
The worth of his character was there. I worry about Symphony though, because I worry that Kanan is gonna get it that they're like between Kanan and Rock, they're both gonna like start to like him, and then there's gonna be a problem. But either way, we'll see. A good look was my girl Jukebox in the booth. Yeah. I was like, go Jukebox, go Jukebox, go Jukebox, go Jukebox, go. I was so happy. Jukebox, and she sounded good. Yeah. You saw Famous looking like, I was like, that's what's up, and I was like, Uncle Lou!
Finally, right?
Nah,
she was like, it's all right, Uncle Lou.
No, and but I was so happy she wasn't nervous. She got in and she did her thing. But it was also because her family showed that they believe in her. You heard how he was talking about her, and she looking like, how she had to feel. And this is for anybody out there, you watching. You got a child, if there's a teenager in your family and they got a talent and they striving for it, man, give them some encouragement. Yeah. You don't have to tell them, oh, you so dope, you so whatever, but just be interested. That's all they want. That's all teenagers ever want. When Brittany was young, I remember just always being like, let me listen to her talk about whatever the hell happened at Bronx Prep. Listen to this ish, and I'm like, and then what happened? And then it gets to a point where I'm like, I thought you said such and such doing this. I'm into all, I know everything going on. I know the gossip, but that's what they want. They just want to hear, and then they want you to be interested in whatever's going on with them. But I thought it was so dope with Jukebox. That scene was crazy though.
And that song.
The song was popping. I'm ready.
I need to get that soundtrack.
I'm hoping that 50 need to start doing like what Empire used to do. Really be pushing the music, because that was dope. Yeah. That was dope. It sounded dope. And then when they played it in the room with her girlfriend, Famous, that was dope. And Famous was doing it. It was cute how she was like, he ain't really all that bad. How Jukebox was kind of defending Famous. Because he really not that bad. He got it together. But that scene was interesting. Lou, he up here throwing money. And I was like, I just love a New York dude like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he making it clear, showing this chick, Jessica, boy, baby, I'm the boss. Exactly. He need me to fund him. But pay attention. Y'all saw how Jessica was defending Quincy's character?
Not Quincy.
Quincy Jones. Shout out Quincy. When she, I forget his name, Camacho? Is that his name on the show?
Yes.
Something like that? When she was like, well, maybe we should let him whatever. All the flags in the world was Shorty. Marvin had a point what he was saying. Yeah. He did. Okay? But Lou, he on ego right now. But I'm just happy that...
Lou just mad because he was like, yo, why you coming for my business?
I thought it was whack how Marvin tried to come.
But it's like, Marvin, what is wrong? I think that Marvin is really like a singer. Like, that's really what it is. Or he wants to be a singer or a rapper. Maybe he sings opera. Who knows?
He's just
hating. Yeah, he's trying to get in the booth. Yo.
He want to be in there,
Yeah,
singing.
That's why he's just hating on everybody getting a chance.
Yeah, don't mind my baritone. I'm actually a soprano. Was that baritone or bass? Which one was that, Brittany? Bass? Bass. My range is crazy. Bass. Like, I'm a soprano one.
Well, it was tenor.
And then I could tenor it out. You feel me? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? F with your girl. But that was a good look. I was very happy with that scene. Clutch my pearls moment, Scrappy and Kanan fighting. Kanan, and the reason why I clutched my pearls because, really, Kanan?
What is you doing?
He's
always doing something without talking to nobody. Like,
a problem.
You just mad. I was like, damn, pussy got you wide open with your virgin ass.
Because he just want to prove that Davina
Conan the Barbarian needs to come and save him and his virgin ass. Because he needs to get sacrificed for that one. Prove
he wants so badly to be, because she ain't do that, so I got to show. Wow moment. Kanan's daddy is who? 5-0?
Kanan 12 by association. Damn.
Child, that was crazy. That's crazy.
He's 12. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But I wondered why Omar Epps' character was so kind of like, comfortable with Rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because it didn't seem as formal as you would think it would be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Because first of all, though, it's like, mind your business, though. Why you gotta go look stuff up? What's wrong with you?
Because he said, that's my kid.
Nah, he ain't have to do that. He's talking about how old he... Mind your business.
He's talking about... But I guess... They ain't have no conjugal visits. Wow.
You really doing the most research. But I can't hate on him because I researched...
I'll pep it.
He said, I'll put the baby in there. Remember?
Yep.
What's his name?
Lucius.
He said, I put the baby in a... Turn down was Kanan and how he was doing my girl jukebox. I ain't like that.
That was horrible. This episode actually, like, there was a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
I hated that. And she's like, you think I'm scared of you niggas? Like, yeah. Don't back down.
And you know why I respect jukebox? Because I know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? It's like we family, but she a girl. She got to be talking to the males of her family like, what's up? And she got to get like that.
I could not believe him.
But you know what? All it did is show us it's a prequel to him betraying her like he did. I mourn jukebox, y'all. Yeah. I'm really like mad that he did jukebox like that. Mad at him because she was like, and she didn't even come at him wild crazy about it though. She was like, I think it was probably Davina, like, you know, blah.
She said, I saw her with him. You know what I'm saying? She's giving him facts.
But he don't want to listen because because she kissed me. You don't know what you're talking about.
She kissed me and she got her baby hair.
And then he's talking about, I know your secrets too. So now you're gonna threaten to expose me. But you know what? All right, and that's what, that was messed up. I didn't like that. But then when he started talking about something, you want to tell me about my family? Hold on to play. What you talking about?
My family.
And that's what she was like, what are you talking? Because it's like, what, you know something that I don't know? Like, what's going on here? That was whack. I ain't like it. Damn, son. Well, the homie, why he didn't want to just move to another apartment? Why was he acting like he loved it?
It's a pride thing. He was like, you're not going to displace me? I'll take my land.
I'm sorry of you. The hell out of here. Yeah, but hey, we got native in us. So my grandma is native, but you a fool. What's wrong with you? Anyway, Creep Ambassador Award goes to Rock for teaching Kanan how to whip the goddamn in the kitchen. She showed him how to whip the crack. She showed him how to get it crackling. She showed him, because that's the process. She knew how, they don't ask me how I know. She showed him how to make sure that the crackling happens. You know what I'm saying? That they was cutting it.
Yeah.
You got to tell him, just don't put it on social media. Don't try to sell it on social media, Kanan. Because the feds is watching.
Okay? I hope no recovering people be watching this. They sitting there talking about something.
And we talking about recovering from drug dealing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you was talking about users? I'm talking about drug dealers. Because it's a thing. I think that if somebody needs to make drug dealers anonymous.
It's probably therapeutic, the whole, it's like Tai Chi, the motion of it. They're like, pick up the... boil the water.
Shake it.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Turn the burner down. Put put it back.
That's what it is.
Shoo. No, hold on. Before we strain, we had to look at it. It's right. Even if no one's there, you gotta look to the side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's therapeutic. But they should have Drug Dealers Anonymous. I should start that. Drug Dealers Anonymous.
It just has to really be anonymous. What drug dealer though? It's gonna come to Drug Dealer Anonymous.
Yeah, I'll make it.
It's a setup.
No, it's not. Because the thrill.
Y'all know Jasmine related to 12.
Shut up. My late husband was 12, but I'm affiliated with both. You feel me? I can't help it. It is what it is. But for that side, it can't be called Drug Dealers Anonymous because what it is the thrill. Because it's the thrill of the hustle. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Like, they need Hustler Anonymous. I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out for our people. Because they still our people. You know what I'm saying? They just need to understand that they can apply that to something else. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I would shout out to the drug dealers that make sure they got a legit business. You feel me? Anyways, come on. You got to have a business, man.
You got to be
anyway. I call BS on the actual fighting that happened between Marvin and Lou. Did y'all see how they squared up? It looked like never had a fight, or they're from like
capoeira,
or they from 1960s or something like that. It looked like Granddaddy when he was like, "Get in this grass, we're gonna fight." They looked like they wanted to do this, and then they got real low. They went.
Maybe they dancers.
I mean, y'all tell us if you was an adult back then. Is that how y'all fought? Who was an adult back then? What was it? It's still 91, right? Or is it 95?
Maybe it's 95 now.
Who was an adult back then? And is that how y'all was fighting? Is that how your hands, feet was moving? Between 91 and 95.
I would say, I don't know what year that
is. Elbow was out. Like, did you see them? You saw what was going on?
Yeah.
Or is it just the actors just are not, they're out of practice fighting?
Maybe. Listen,
it was an interesting thing. I was like, what is this? And then I also
That's
called
I know your headshots are like this.
You know? Or...
Not even. That's too much swag. They're like this.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. And I also called BS on the cops about, hey, y'all break it up and driving off. NYPD ain't doing that, y'all. NYPD is not driving off seeing black men tussling on the streets.
I would not, like, I couldn't go back in time. I would never respect no damn cop car that's a regular cab. Like, that's a cab.
That's how the cop cars look then.
What?
Then they upgraded to the Impalas.
Bruh.
It was like, that's some 5-0 cars. Some
Yeah.
Impalas. Nah, but, so yeah, the cops driving off was, I call BS on that. But what y'all thought about this? I got a prediction. Y'all, what y'all think is going to happen? My prediction is about Scrappy, is that Rock obviously told him to go in there and infiltrate Unique's business operation so that he could be, you know, a double agent, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I agree with that. At first, I was kind of like, come on, Kanan always effing ish up.
Nah.
But at the same time, he was like, nah, if this was Rock, I would have been seen. Yeah. You know, this is you. So
yeah, and I think that's basically what she set him up to do, which is kind of smart. Makes all the sense in the world.
As long as he don't actually flip and be a double agent.
Then there's that. But in the way she kind of, you know, I hope he don't get killed, because Unique is a little, you know, he a little bonkers. He on his Nino Brown a little bit.
Yeah. Just
a little bit. But and Davina, I think that's about to break Kanan's little heart when he finds out the truth about that. But, you know, I just, everybody pray for Jukebox. I'm worried. Oh, no, we didn't call bullshit on the Karen. Creep Ambassador Boy.
Man.
She gets a Creep Ambassador Boy. Karen, that white girl's mother talking about, I'm going to call the cops and press charges against you for rape.
Rape? What's that? Oh, my goodness.
And Creep Ambassador Boy goes to her girlfriend, even though she was like, because I kissed her, but you didn't speak up enough and you didn't just say, I'm gay. I've been
gay for years. And I turned Shorty out. I took her virginity.
Okay? Okay? And that's why, y'all, I tell my son, leave them alone. Don't be ever messing with them. Not them. Because you're going to get caught up and they don't speak up enough. And I'll be damned. Not my child. Not my peanut butter brown. Anyway. Y'all tell us what y'all thought about this episode. Y'all tell us who was turn-up-worthy character. And what do you think about the Scrappy situation with him rocking with Unique? You know what I'm saying? No pun intended, rocking with Unique. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and if y'all think if Rock wasn't most valuable character or turn-up-worthy character, y'all tell us who is, all right?
Yeah.
I'm Jazz.
I'm Red.
NYCWAO.
Jesus.